Hi friends, I'm ready to do another read aloud with you today. We're starting a brand new story. But first, it's important to point out our learning mindset. Do you remember this word? It starts with a k, k. What letter makes that sound? C. Curiosity. It's important to be curious about things. In my class, I like to say, I wonder. I wonder about this. I wonder about that. Be curious about how things work. Be curious about stories. Just be curious and learn the things around you, right? Next, it's important to remember the essential question: what will I discover in kindergarten? So as we are reading all kinds of stories and learning new things, it's important to remember that question. It asks you, what will I discover in kindergarten? All right. I also need to remind you of the importance of, it was upside down, the give me five. So when I say in my classroom, give me five, that means I want you to have watching eyes, to be watching the speaker, listening ears. I want you to be listening to the speaker. And this one right here, it's your heart and your brain. I want you to have thinking brains and caring hearts and paying attention to what the speaker is saying. And number 4, quiet. There we have quiet mouths when someone is speaking. And then last, we have still bodies. And when we want to speak, we raise our hand when we're in the classroom. But when you're watching a video, I can't tell if you're raising your hand or not. So the 5th one, if you're at home, then just have a still body and pay attention, right? So that's the give me 5. Okay, so for our story today, it's a big book. It's bigger than the other stories we've been reading. We had a big book last week too. Big books are hard to hold, so bear with me. Today, your goal for learning, what I want you to focus on, that's your goal, is just to listen carefully and enjoy the story, okay? So here we go. Remember the parts of a book. This is the front cover. This is the back cover, right? This is the spine that holds the book together. If you look right here, this is the title or the name of the story. You have a name, and that's your title. I have a name, Mrs. Hughes. That's my title. My first name's Lacey, but you all will call me Mrs. Hughes. The title or the name of this book is One Happy Classroom. And down here are some more words, and these are names of the author. Do you remember what the author does? That's a thinking one. Yes, the author writes the words. Next is the illustrator's name. Do you remember what the illustrator does? Yes, the illustrator draws the pictures in a book. So the author of this story is Sharnan Simon. The illustrator is Rebecca McKillop Thornburg. All right, we're going to turn to the story. This is the title page. The title page has the title on it again, and the author and the illustrator. One Happy Classroom by Sharnan Simon, illustrated by Rebecca McKillop Thornburg. And remember, as I read, if you come to a word that you do not know, just look at the picture. Think about that word. Think about how the picture can help you come to the meaning of that word, what that word means. Okay, and you can also listen to the other words that I'm reading to you, and that might help you as well. Here we go. Listen carefully and enjoy the story. One Happy Classroom. Two smiling teachers. 3 leaning towers made by 4 busy builders. Builders. Is there a picture clue to help you know what the word builders means? Yes, these kids are the builders. Right. 5 show and tellers. 1, 2, 3. 6 good listeners. Do you see the 6 good listeners? The other kids aren't so much. 7 great painters using 8 different colors. 9 pairs of partners. Pairs and partners. We'll talk about that some more later. 10 crunchy apples. Do you see the 10 crunchy apples? We'll count those later too. 9 high climbers over 8 hide and seekers. 7 quiet resters. 6 in a hurry. I wonder why they're in a hurry. 5 big projects, 4 busy workers. 3 clean cages. 3. 2 stuck zippers. Whoa. 1 happy classroom. Look at that. All right, boys and girls, that was 1 happy classroom, our big book of the week. You know, that first picture was the classroom, and it said 1 happy classroom. And the very end, the last picture, it was the classroom again, and it said 1 happy classroom. But the 2 pictures looked different, but it was the same classroom. We'll talk more about that later. Boys and girls, I'm so glad that you read that book with me today. We will look at it again tomorrow with a different learning goal. I would like for you to think about the characters in this story. Who was this story about? Is there just one character? No. Who is this story about? Yes, teachers and a classroom full of students. Yeah, teachers and their students. Those are the characters. Here's your next question. Where did this story happen? The setting. Where did this story happen? In a classroom at a school. Yes, that's the setting. So the characters and the setting. It's important to remember these things when you're reading. All right. And did it happen in the daytime or the nighttime? Yeah, the daytime. That's another part of the setting. That's when did the story happen? Yeah. Well, boys and girls, great work today. I'll see you again tomorrow with the same story, but a different learning goal. I hope you enjoyed the story today and you listened carefully. Bye-bye.